Well, my trusted advisor, looks like my plan to build hundreds of nuclear power plants across South America is finally coming into fruition.
That's great, sir, but how are you going to keep the plants cool?
That's why we build them near the ocean. All we do is suck up the water from the ocean and use it to cool the plant.
But what are you going to do with the water when it gets too hot from cooling down all the plants?
We just dump it back into the ocean.
But isn't that thermal pollution?
Thermal pollution?
Yeah, thermal pollution. It's the degradation of water quality by changing the surrounding water temperature in an ocean or a lake.
I mean, does that really matter? I mean, I've heard of air and land pollution, but I've never heard of thermal.
Of course it does. It can decrease oxygen in water, increase the toxicity, and even kill off thousands of marine organisms.
Why should I care about the environment?
Well, while dumping water and creating thermal pollution may seem okay in the short run, actually, in the long term, a damaged environment and ecological system will be very expensive to deal with.
Expensive? Looks like I better do some more research on thermal pollution. Deforestation is another human activity that contributes to thermal pollution. By removing trees and other vegetation, sunlight is allowed to hit the water, causing it to warm, and thus causing thermal pollution. Removing tree also leads to an increase in greenhouse gases, which leads to an increase in temperature in the plant as a whole and thus in the waters. A major cause of thermal pollution is also soil erosion. As soil is eroded and deposits in water, the water becomes shallower, allowing sunlight to pervade the water more and heating up the water.
Decreased dissolved oxygen is one of the problems most associated with thermal pollution. Warmer water retains less dissolved oxygen than colder water and can result in suffocation amongst plants and fish. This can also result in worst-case scenarios in dead zones. As the water is pumped back into its original source after having cooling in the factory or plants, there is little to no cleaning or filtration that goes into the water. This leaves all the toxins and chemicals in the water. These chemicals are oftentimes toxic or highly radioactive and can have negative impacts in the ecosystem.